Hey y'all, it's me. I was gonna just do a short and I just couldn't, it wasn't working, wasn't giving me enough time. So I thought that I would just chat with y'all for a minute before I get started on this next job. Hugh brought the chop saw up for me, and today I'm going to cut all this lumber over here in lengths to continue on with my dog wall. And I call it a dog wall because it serves multiple purposes. It will keep the dogs from barking quite so much when they come outside, because my geese, if y'all know anything about geese, they're boogers. And these geese will come over to the fence and I call it barking. They bark at the dogs. They stand right there and they bark at the dogs, and they stick their little heads right up to the fence. Well, let me show you something. The dogs have over time ripped the chicken wire all to pieces. So it's at the point where the geese can actually stick their heads through, and they're just silly enough to do that. And you know what would happen if a goose stuck their head through and a dog was standing there. It would not be good. So anyway, that's my goal for this morning. I plan on getting that little pile of lumber worked up, and I'll just take it as far around this dog fence as possible. Hugh's over at the what's that thing called? Sawmill right now, and I think he's working on, he's got so many different things he's sawing lumber for. I kind of get the scrap, and that's what I've asked for. All I need is the scrap lumber that he might have made a mislick on, or might not have been a board that's good enough for some of his other projects. Okay, he's coming this way. Let me see if he needs through the gate. Nope, he's going after something for the front of his tractor, or the front of Aaron's tractor. All right, now I want to take you back here, and it'll get loud for a minute because the geese are silly and they'll want to say hello. But I want to show you what I've had an idea. I think it's a pretty good idea. When I get my fence built all the way around this thing, I'll have all this area outside of the fence. Hey Pops, tell them what you're doing this morning.
Well, I was sawing logs. Now I'm fixing to get firewood. I got to get it out of my way.
Uh-huh.
Where them logs were too long, I bucked them down.
Uh-huh.
I've got to split them up, and it ain't like we don't need firewood.
That's true.
Did your firewood help you in the basement?
It did. I closed it up because the upper door was still open. But I closed it. It's getting warm down there.
That'll work. Hopefully my wood splitter will start. Because I'm too old to use a Go Devil.
Well, it's almost 50 degrees when I came outside.
My shoulders just won't take it.
Yeah. Well, it's almost 50 degrees, so hopefully the warmer weather will help. All right. Well, if you need some help, give me a holler.
I can get it, I think.
All right.
Pull a wood splitter, and then I'm just going to put it in a loader bucket and haul it over and stack it up.
Okay.
I got to stack that cherry up that I dumped out over there. It's probably dry enough to go to burning.
Okay. Did you just get a chicken?
I got a chicken visiting.
Check this out.
For some reason, they like jumping on the tractor.
She's gonna travel with you today, apparently. What are you doing, silly? She says, I just want up here and see what's going on. What are you doing, silly girl? That's funny. Uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta get down. You can't go riding. Don't step on her. That was funny. I don't care who you are. They like QB. All right. So coming back out here, you can see, all of this mess that grew up, all these weeds that grew up around the outside of the dog lot, has also caused a a dangerous situation, especially for the guinea. Because the guinea hen, she likes to get back in the weeds, and she thinks she's being safe. And you can see over there where Hugh has pulled these weeds away from the fence so she wouldn't do that. But there again, you can see where the dogs have destroyed the chicken wire. I mean, it's just gone. So there's nothing safe outside of this fence for a chicken if they get up close to the dog lot. Now this is what I'm going to do. Once that dog wall is there, along the outside of this fence, I'm going to make a little raised bed all the way down. I'll move these two little houses further away, and we're talking about possibly bringing the chicken house, the big one up there, down here just to get it a little further away from the house. Some of y'all had warned us that it was going to smell bad. You were right. But anyway, it is what it is for right now. I just wanted to bring it down here a little further away from the house. It won't be a whole lot further, but it'd be a little further. But so the idea is to make little raised beds all the way along the back of the chicken wall, or the dog wall. And I'm going to plant sunflowers. And yes, I knew you would get loud the minute I came over here. And I'll have to obviously protect the sunflowers for a while because they'll just eat the seed. But I'll put some chicken wire over top of it so that they can't get to it until it's up in a good size. And also part of it, I'm going to build some of the little raised bed boxes. You might have seen them if you do any of the channels that actually show some ideas for chickens. I thought this was a neat idea. It'd be just a little 2x4 built box with some hardware cloth over top of it, and then down in it I will put some of my compost, obviously, and some grains. And I have some seed that's specifically good for chickens, all kinds of things that they will love, some winter wheat and clover and different things like that. And what happens, they can't dig it up if you have the chicken wire over top of it, and the chicken wire will be about 6 to 8 inches off of the ground. But as that greenery grows up through that, not chicken wire, hardware cloth, as that greenery grows up through, then the chickens will get on top of that hardware cloth, and they will eat their little green salad. So you can see that our pond is almost dried up this winter. It has been so very, very dry here that that's kind of a wet weather spring that flows into that pond. And it's just barely moving. I see a white chicken over there where the cattle are at. You see her? She's not supposed to be over there. You stinky little one. Get over here. And the geese, if you can see them right now, they're kind of taking a nap. Look at this one standing in its little water container. And yes, those water containers were filled with fresh, clean water this morning, and they've already splashed out half of it, and they're standing. They make a mud hole. Oh, they make such a muddy mess. But you gotta admit, that's funny. Oh, gracious. Those little feed containers on the back of the goose house, they're a good idea, except I don't have any holes drilled in the bottom, and I don't have my little awning over the top of them yet. I put up a board to attach a little awning so that I could use those for feeding them, and that will be up off the ground. Just in with a little, it has to have something over top of it, obviously, before I start using them for that purpose, because otherwise they'll just stay full of water and it will ruin the food. There's Chuck. You see, I've got it enlarged, so there he is. Hey, baby. He's a sweetheart. Silly boy. And I think he's a beautiful rooster. He's so pretty. And then over here, underneath of Aaron's little car that hasn't been taken to the dump yet. He's still getting some parts off of it. There's our mallards. Look at them. Such pretty ones. Beautiful, beautiful birds. We have 3 males and 8 females. Something has happened to one of our females this winter. I don't know, but I've noticed for the last few weeks that I only count 11 altogether. So, what's those babies? I tell you what, I wish y'all could just come and there's one's she's kind of limping, isn't she? Huh. Then just spend the day in the bird yard, because it's noisy at times, but it's so peaceful, and they're so beautiful, all of them. I enjoy my birds. I enjoy being caregiver to the birds. I should not call them my birds. I've read somewhere just recently that in Hawaii, you're not called the owner of the animals you care for. You're just the caregiver, and I think that's precious. I'm happy to be their caregiver, and they are definitely my amusement. Oh, funny critters. Funny critters. Alright. And the chickens, let me go ahead and reduce this back down. Oops, I'm going to make y'all motion sick. The chickens, and this is funny. Let me take over here and show you this. They love these vehicles under the sawmill shed. And this Jeep on this end had belonged to our youngest son Jared years ago, and we bought it from his wife because it was just partially done, and she obviously didn't have the skill set, or I don't suppose the desire to finish rebuilding it and putting it back together. But Jared had done a whole lot of work on it. He bought it, or he and I went and picked it up. He found it when he was in Afghanistan. You know, those boys, they spend a lot of time in their free time on Marketplace, I guess. I don't know. if they're at a base that had internet reception, they were able to do those things. But he had located this Jeep and had asked his dad to go look at it and to pick it up for him if it was in good shape. So Hugh did, and we brought it home. And when Jared got home that year, he worked on it quite a bit, but had never completely gotten it back on the road. So that's our goal, is to get it on the road and before my Explorer decides to no longer work, and it's getting old and having some issues. But I'll be happy to drive Jared's little beautiful vehicle. But that's a few days down the road. But anyway, let me see. What else did I want to show you back here? The biggie was, the dog wall, and my idea for building just little raised beds back here for chicken fodder. All kinds of chicken stuff. I might put some, I'll have to protect those for quite a while, but what are they called? The berries. What's the name of the berries the bushes that I planted down at Chelsea's that have the black berries on them? Elderberry. Elderberry, that's it. I was asking you. There's George. But chickens apparently love elderberry as well. So I'll take some cuttings off of the elderberry down at Chelsea's. I planted about 12 down there when we lived over there to begin with. before we moved into this house, and they're huge. They're about 10, 12 feet tall, and I need to go down this spring anyway and trim them up good. But I'm going to start a bunch, and then I'll plant some elderberries back here. They will enjoy that, and that'll be a continuous feast for them. And the sunflowers will probably also, because they'll reseed themselves, and there'll be lots of. I'll have to just come down with the sunflower heads. I'll just come down, and when they're ready for them to start eating, I'll just take one and bend it over into the chicken lot, and they'll be able to just peck the seed right out of it. But anyway, and I don't trust this dude right here behind me. He can get pretty testy at times, so I'm gonna keep an eye on him. Stinky one. You're getting closer and closer. You think you're gonna get tough with me? I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Oh my goodness. I don't know about this rooster. But anyway. Alright, y'all. I just wanted to come out and say hi and just share my little plans for the day. I've been working in the basement this morning while it was too cold to be outside. I've been emptying jars. And we put them over there in that first compost bin, but there's some of them that were really kind of toxic looking. So he covered them over really deeply so the chickens couldn't get to that. So anyway, that was the goal. What's your problem, sister? Pops is getting ready to leave. You don't have a chicken, do you? I said, you don't have a chicken up there, do you?
No, not yet.
Come on, chick. Come on. Uh-oh. Chuck had something to say. Yes, I see you. Sweet birds. How can anyone not like a chicken? You just gotta love chickens. And dogs. And geese. And somewhere around here is Ferdinand. I saw him a little earlier today. I don't know where he's at. But he is definitely around here somewhere. Alright, y'all. And yucky pumpkins. Looks like their pumpkin has frozen. Hugh tosses a pumpkin in here for them every now and then. And they eat the seed out of them. They eat some of the flesh, but not a whole lot. I'll take this over and throw it in the compost in a minute, because I think they're finished. And their water is frozen every morning. So usually Hugh comes down and busts it so they can get a drink, and then I come down about 9 o'clock and refill them, to dump them out and refill them. But this morning, my hose was frozen because I had left a kink in it. So hopefully by now, my hose is unfrozen and I can take care of their water. Now, what are you doing out here, may I ask? Flossy britches. When there's a lot of going in and outside of the gate, and who's been going in and out of the gate this morning? Here, baby. You want to go back in? Come on, I'll open the gate for you. Come on. Come on. Alright. No, don't go that way. There you go. Go on in. Now if I can get the gate closed back before somebody else goes out. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Seriously? Go on. You go back. No. Girls. Girls. Go back. This is chicken wrangling 101. Just never open a gate. No, all right. This is what you have to do. If you let the chickens out, just suck it up. Walk in. Get your little bucket of seed. And take it over and call them, chick, 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 chick. Come on, girls. They've been eating all morning. They probably won't come. Chick, 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 chick. That's a terrible sound. I'm sorry, that's worse than the geese, isn't it? All right, let me see if they're coming. All right. There you go. There you go. All right, I don't know if they came or not. If they didn't, I'll have to get them later because I'm pretty certain they're not hungry. Nope, that one got away. And that one got away. And that one almost got away. Go on. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go. Good gravy. Oh well. I'll have to wait till they get hungry in a little while. The important thing is to get them put up before it starts getting dusky. Because that's when it gets dangerous. Look at her. Little turd. And that one too. Well, where'd she go? It's hard to find them when I've got it increased. Little boogers. Good gravy. Oh well. I gotta go over and close this gate to the dog lot because that is a bad thing. We don't want any chickens going in the dog lot. Alright, y'all. At this point, I'm postponing cutting this lumber, and I gotta get busy. So I have enjoyed the visit. I hope you all have, and I hope your day is beautiful. This day here, for a day on the last day of November, almost 50 degrees. You can't beat this. What a beautiful, beautiful day. I bet it is 50 by now, maybe even higher. But I will enjoy being out here on this beautiful sunny day. And I will talk to y'all later. Love ya. Bye-bye.